All right, time warp. Let's go. Oh, okay. Mind's Desire. All right. Oh, and a time warp. Yes. Yes, we're doing it. We're doing it. Hey everybody, Matumbo here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are playing some more Historic here on Magic Arena, and we have another fun deck coming at everybody, and I am so excited to be playing this one as well. But real quick, as always, just want to give you guys a reminder that if you enjoy the deck, enjoy the channel, enjoy everything about the video, please, please, please like, comment, subscribe, check out all the cool links down below, join the Discord. Anything you can helps the channel immensely. So let's talk about this deck, and we are playing Shark Nest. So this deck has recently garnered a lot of love. A lot of people have been playing a deck similar to this in Standard, and the deck really revolves around the card Titan's Nest. But why play this in Standard when there are way more busted cards, way more crazier things that you can be doing in Historic? But we're basically going to be doing what they're doing in Standard and just taking it up a notch because you can do crazy things in Historic. So let's cover the first main card. That's going to be Titan's Nest. So yes, this is a 3-color card. It costs 4 mana, black, blue, green, 1 colorless. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. You can choose to put that card in the graveyard. On the surface, that card really doesn't seem that great, but it does have another ability that says exile a card from your graveyard, add colorless mana, spend this mana only to cast a spell that's 1 or more colors without X in its mana cost. So what this means is we're going to be fueling our graveyard as quickly as possible, and then we are going to try to do just crazy busted things. Mainly what we would like to do is we would like to get a Shark Typhoon in play. Now remember, we have a bunch of cards in our graveyard. Shark Typhoon really only is going to cost us 1 mana. So we can exile 5 cards from our graveyard to make 5 colorless mana, and then we can pay 1 blue out of our lands that we have in play and cast Shark Typhoon as the enchantment. The Shark Typhoon, again, enchantment, this is whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create an XX Shark creature token with flying, where X is the spell's mana cost. So, again, what we want to do is we want to have a turn where we potentially do something crazy like, you know, we play Titan's Nest on turn 4, maybe turn 5, we cast Shark Typhoon, and we still have a couple mana left over in our graveyard as well as in play, and then we Time Warp. Time Warp lets us take extra turn, we get to untap, and then we just get to start doing crazy shenanigans, potentially maybe chaining turns together. Every time we cast the Time Warp with Shark Typhoon in play, we're going to get another 5/5 because this costs 5 mana, and then we're going to get another turn to attack, and then again start doing other things. Now on top of that, we can chain really, really crazy turns together by playing cards that let us dig through our library and put cards in our graveyard at the same time. And then, and these are cards that I'm referring to are Chart a Course for two color, or basically 2 mana, draw 2 cards, then discard a card unless you attack. So obviously in this deck specifically, we want to be casting this before we attack. That way we're forced to discard, because what this does is this essentially turns Chart a Course into a 1 mana spell and then feeds our graveyard. The card that we put into the graveyard gives us the mana back. It's just going to let us chain spells together. Same kind of goes for strategic planning. This spell is essentially free whenever we do stuff like that, because we get to look at the top 3. We put 1 into our hand, the rest in our graveyard. So then we're going to get 2 colorless mana with those cards in our graveyard because we're going to be feeding them to Titan's Nest. We have removal in Heartless Act. Search for Iskana lets us, dig. And then we have Thoughtseize to eat their hand. And then essentially, this is a free spell in regards to this is going to generate a colorless mana for us if we don't really care if we have a specific color mana. So we can tap a black, cast Thoughtseize, and then turn the Thoughtseize that's in our graveyard into a colorless mana. Tamiyo is great for this as well. Tamiyo is going to let us, for +1, choose a card. Maybe we're going to probably be going for Time Warps a lot or Shark Typhoons, but we get to reveal the top 4 cards, put any of the card that we named into our hand, the rest into our graveyard. So that's going to feed our graveyard, which is going to feed us mana. We can also return cards from our graveyard to our hand for the -3 ability. So as you can see where this is going, we're going to be trying to cast as many spells as we can in one turn. And then we're going to try to just hammer off a crazy Mind's Desire. Mind's Desire is one of those crazy spells. I think it was from Scourge that has Storm. It is 6 mana, or if you really think about it, it's just 2 blue and then 4 cards out of your graveyard. You shuffle your library, then you exile the top card of your library. Until end of turn, you may play that card without paying its mana cost. So we could have a crazy turn where we do something like 4 or 5 spells. We cast Mind's Desire. Mind's Desire is going to copy itself 4 times, maybe 5 times, and then we get potentially to hit 4 or 5 cards from our deck that we get to play for free. If we have Shark Typhoon in play, because again, we're not playing any creatures, everything we cast is going to make a shark. So maybe we just hit a bunch of stuff. We hit Time Warp, we get more extra turns. If we hit another Mind's Desire, that's going to copy, that's going to do it again. That's going to add another spell to the stack, and then we're going to get copies again. We can just have really, really crazy turns. And then on top of that, if we need to, maybe we hit this also, but we can Scholar of the Ages to get 2 sorcery or instant cards from our graveyard, bring back something like 2 Time Warps or a Time Warp and a Mind's Desire. We're just going to go crazy with this deck, hopefully. But yeah, just to wrap it up, we have a bunch of removal. We have 3 Heartless Acts just for quick, cheap removal. Again, the colorless is important because it kind of replaces itself mana-wise. We have 1 copy of Extinction Event, 2 copies of Languish for any kind of aggro decks we're facing. And then we just have 1 Seagate Restoration. This is probably just going to be cast as a land most games, but if we need to, it's going to draw us a bunch of cards and really just allow us to get the cards we want, to cast more spells, and it's really going to be great. So to top this off, we are playing 23 lands because Seagate Restoration does count as a land. So 23 lands, Seagate Restoration is a land, and we're just going to try to hammer our opponents and, like I said, cast as many spells as we can in one turn, or just kind of chain together Shark Typhoon and Time Warps. Because again, Titan's Nest is busted in the right deck, and I've played a few games with this already. I think I'm 5-1 or 5-2 or something along those lines. So let's see what we can chain together in this run of 7 games, and we will talk to you at the wrap up. All right, I'm super stoked to be playing this deck. So everybody's playing Titan's Nest right now. Not everybody, but there's a lot of people right now that are talking about Titan's Nest in Standard. But why play it in Standard? You can play it in Historic. I've already said this. I just said it, what, 5 minutes ago? So who are we playing? Go first. All right, we're going to keep this. We're going to lead off with the Seagate Restoration. I'd rather take 2 damage than 3 damage. They're just playing mono blue aggro. Sure. Spirits. Okie doke. Card a card. All right. Curiosity. All right. Combat damage to a player, right? Yep. Oh, we're just gonna go for this. If it hits, it hits. If not,
Let us have a storied battle worth retelling.
no, we're gonna try to go get a Titan's Nest.
Let me aid your research.
They ignore. They could have activated the Faceless Haven and gone after. There's going to have to be a point where they're going to have to decide whether or not to ignore Tamio. Hit in for 1 every turn. This is a 4, right? Yeah, could have killed it. So this is a counter. Yeah. Bot coming. Could buy back the Thoughtseize, but I don't want to. Extinction Event is pretty good. Let's go looking for Titan's Nest again. Wow, really? That's pretty crazy that we have not seen one in almost half our deck.
Stop interrupting me.
Yeah, again, this is... this could have killed. They have a Brazen Borrower. What do you got? Let's take a look. I might just buy back a... buy back a land? I think we still have to go digging. Let's go digging.
You'll find my note helpful.
Yeah, so these definitely deal with our creatures, but not at instant speed. So okay. We're gonna block.
Your aggression is noted.
So we Titan's Nest. How many Time Warps do we have in here? One.
To the library.
Do we think they have any? Pay some life. I mean, I guess we have to play this. That's... Yeah, this deck is a little slow to play, and I'm still learning it. I'm gonna say... even? This is gonna kill our Shark Typhoon, but it's gonna kill... Gonna get rid of that, which I'm fine with. So these cards are still dead in their hand. Wow, they had another one. But that forces them to go after us and not Tamio. That's really good. All right, I think they're just going to be running off of... Ooh. I think we keep that. Hmm. Yeah, we're just gonna make a bunch of creatures. Holy moly. Bunch of creatures coming at you. Let's make some more Shark Typhoons, guys. If we hit here, I think we are pretty good. Oh, we missed. Run tap a creature. Yeah, I think we're fine here. All right, so they're gonna bounce. Oh, it just timed out on me. I wanted to target the Spectral Sailor. Oh, it targeted it for me. Okay, good. Deal. Oh, we got a bunch of 1/1s. Or 2/2s. Alright, so they're going to bounce the 6/6 Shark. They're going to Dungeon Geist. Did they have that much mana? 7 mana? This is a long first game. Okay. Your thing. Yep. I don't know what you're oopsing for. Yep. Good game. Yeah, we were definitely going to hit a time warp that game, or that turn, because we were actually going to be able to use Tameo to return a creature, or a card from our graveyard. So, sorry about the long first game, guys. Again, still learning the deck. I've only played a few games before we just went into this. Alright, let's hop into game 2. Alright, let's do it. Let's hydrate, guys. Let's hydrate. Right. Now let's get an opponent. We are about to be at 20 seconds. I don't know. Has everybody noticed that the games do take longer to find? Are they making positive or negative choices for Arena? Here we go. 36 seconds. No, let's go. Ooh, we get to go first. Okay, and keep this in my island swamp. Let's go, let's go. Good search for his content on turn 2. Or we don't really see a lot of. We've only played a handful of games, but I don't think I think I've yet to actually get a search for his content play. A spiral, okay. You know, you're balling when you're playing this version of Growth Spiral. I do want this. Wouldn't mind hitting a Thought Seize. Just as hoped. Yes. Don't really care about this? Yeah, we're gonna keep that. Let's go digging again. Okay, we're flipping search. That's kind of cool. Let's card a card. Growth Spiral? No, Eureka Moment. What deck are you playing? I wonder if this is just some crazy thing that I've never seen before. There's a possibility, right? I've been away for quite some time. Of all the lands. We do have all of the lands. I mean, I'm just going to take some turns, right? I'm going to try to cast this. Oh, that's unfortunate. Do we do it again? Yep, we're going to do it again. Fear us. Oh, come on, deck. What? So we did that there just in case we hit a Thoughtseize. They're gonna scry here. Hopefully go bottom bottom. I'm gonna play this. What does their deck do? Cast a spell. I'm ready. Just magma. This is just a magma opus deck. All right, you talked me into it. All right, let's see what happens. Let's get 3. Land. That's unfortunate. Time warp. Oh, let's go. Let's go to the graveyard with that. And kind of uneventful, but we're definitely doing things. We've cast all 4 of our time warps. I'm a little nervous that they're just gonna like Bane fire us out for. Oh, here we go. We're doing it all over again. I mean, they might just burn us out. have something for 1 mana? Oh, holy moly. Might be good. All right. Let's go. Gonna be a pretty good turn. We can get rid of one of these. Let's go. Oh, holy moly. Scholar. Let's go. Let's do it. As much as I want to do this for 10, yep, good game. Wow. Titan's Nest is so sick. That is a great game. Yeah, so I do think there's definitely a learning curve with this deck. This deck is probably one of the more difficult decks to play. There's a lot of clicking, a lot of math involved in counting your graveyard and whatnot, but I do feel like it's actually a pretty powerful deck. Do you think it's obviously better if you go first as opposed to your opponent going first? Obviously, that's the case in most games. Just take the time warp here. Okay. Alrighty. Well, we're gonna strategic planning. Oh. Maybe not. We're gonna take a peek. Oh, don't really care about blood on the snow. Cameo's actually pretty good. Yeah, we're just gonna take another land. Land gets us to Tameo. And if they really want to blood on the snow to get rid of Tameo, that's 100% fine. And they might. Right? There's really nothing in the graveyard they can bring back, so. Sack that Mind Stone.
Excellent informant for my study. Let me aid your research.
Ah, beautiful. So if they don't kill Tamio here, I think what we do is cast Time Warp. Oh, you know what? Alright, so they're going to get a Thoughtseize. They're going to Thoughtseize our Titan's Nest. Oh, it doesn't even matter. So we're going to actually get back Thoughtseize, I think. So let's pretend, right? Let's get back a land. What does that do for?
The storied past holds our future.
All right, so we can Thoughtseize. Play land. Thoughtseize. Right, let's play this untapped. Thoughtseize, Titan's Nest. You have to choose, right? I think we have to get this down, and I do think we have to sacrifice our Tamio.
I have learned much from my ancestors.
So I guess it doesn't really matter, right? Because they can just they need 8. So they need 8 snow mana to get back Ugin. They can Thoughtseize us. I'm not really super concerned with Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize probably... I would probably take Shark Typhoon, but... Yep. Blue. I guess that really doesn't matter, right? Mind's Desire is fine to get rid of. It should be fine. How many cards do we have left? Yeah, I think we have to library this. So they might be inclined to do this now. Golos is pretty good, right? Hmm. I would love to hit something decent. Do we just cast a Mind's Desire? I don't think so. You force them to cast their blood. They're one away though. Oh, good. Good. Graveyard? Free mana. Let's go digging. Time Warp is pretty good. So I think we close this out here. I think we have just enough cards. Six. Sure. You actually just helped us? All the time warps, because we always have all the time warps, right? Now we get 3 spells. That's pretty good. Yep. Pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, man. I love it. This deck is sweet. Long games, though. Long games. I mean, I feel like we just definitely hit our time warps so often with this deck. And arenas. Look at that. What was I just saying? Wish we would have. I wish one of these time warps would have been a Thoughtseize. I think we do have to get our mana out. All right. Oh, look at that. You shock lava runner. Like you're living the dream over there. Oof. Discard. This might be a painful match. This is going to be over pretty quick. Didn't draw any of our removal. Need another land. Those are 2s now. We're at 12. He doesn't have another land, though. Oh, we did. Okay. Well. So I take 2 here. So either way, we take 2. So gonna Wizard's Lightning me, probably play the Lava Mancer. It really just depends on what they have in their hand. Don't have enough cards really to go crazy in our graveyard. We're probably dead. Shock. Oh, look at you. Mono red. Womp womp a womp. Oh. So sad. People play this. Mono red. Oh well. Next game. Well, at least we didn't have to sit there against the mono red for very, very long. That's the worst, is when you have those really long games against mono red and then they just draw like a shock or something to finish you. And you're just like, really? You go first. So. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Well, hello. I think it's more important that we start trying to hit our land drops than anything. Oh. Well, that's kind of crappy. All right, let's see what you're working with. Birth of Meletis. God, who plays Rest in Peace? Library? Thoughtseize. Library. Congratulations, you have gained 2 life. I'm still laughing over this Rest in Peace. Are you kidding me? You did it. We did it together. All right, let's go. Be awesome if we just drew Shark Typhoon. I'm gonna hold that. Yep. Oh, that's garbage. Oh, he drew an Omen. You drew an Omen. Play your Omen. Yep. We're going to try to drive 5 here. Sounds good. All right, let's go. Infinite hand size. Tameo's garbage. Yep. So you know that they have to be playing Elspeth Conquers Death in their deck. We're just gonna graveyard that one. Really? Oh, it's Legendary Champion into Elspeth Conquers Death. It's really good. Cast Out is also really good. Alright. Majority of the consoles, meh. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Again, Tammy's kind of garbage. And we're going to graveyard that. It's pretty good. They're both odds. Actually, get rid of Tamio here. This is a weird game. Hmm. The other two cards are irrelevant. Let's just see what happens. Let's run this out. Let's hit a time warp. You're not a time warp. We hit one of the two cards we wanted to hit, so... Oh, they have another one. So brutal. Their deck just does not have a lot of good synergies. Obviously, yeah, you're playing the enchantment synergy, but... 6, 7, 8, 10, 11... See what happens. Let's hit another Shark Typhoon. Shark Typhoon. Oh, it's so good. So good. We have a chance. What is your deck? Oh my god, that's so crazy. What is your deck? Like, for real? Graveyard. Three, 6, 7, 8, 11. Still 11. See what happens. Okay. All right, all right. Get to get rid of a Wrath. Definitely taking the Wrath. Shark Typhoon. Into Shark Typhoon. I think we have to start off here in case we hit another. Yep. In case we hit another time warp. It should do it. We did it. We chained things together in this stupid game. Wow. We beat a rest in peace. That is crazy. I did not expect that at all. Ooh. Good game. I cannot believe we just beat that rest in peace deck. Oh my gosh. They just had all the answers. But we just... Mind's Desire is an unfair Magic card. I used to love playing Mind's Desire. I think we keep this. We had black manas. Gore Master. Oh, beautiful. Part of me wanted to take the Vraska's Contempt, but I think if they want to Inscription us here, we discard Mind's Desire and probably Languish. I mean, we're just gonna go for our... Oh, right on top. I'll take it. See if our opponent tries to Nicol Bolas us here. And then just get Tamiyo Glow. Aww. Oops. Shame Scoop. Shame Scoop incoming. Oh, that's the best. Forgetting what cards do. We do that all the time with Narset, right? But yeah. Tamiyo. Huh. Sorry, I'm just soaking in the Shame Scoop and the prediction that it was going to happen. Alright, it's final boss time, guys. Like I mentioned, time for the final boss battle. Final boss is approaching. Let's get hydrated because here we go. Let the final battle begin. Let's go. Opponent goes first. Gosh, if this is an aggressive deck, this is kind of okay because we have our Languish. I think we have to keep this. This is kind of a meh hand. Elves? Well, if we can survive. If we can survive. And they only have one land. I mean, we're set to take a bunch of damage. we're going to languish you. And then we're probably going to get a concede, right? Concession's going to happen after we cast this languish. They might be trying to keep like a heroic intervention back in case something happens, but unfortunately. So we're just going to go ahead and get set up, right? You know, sometimes it just happens like this, right? Scavenging Ooze is a card. Card we do not want in play. Oh, man. Final boss battle. Should we get another one? Should we? One more? All right, one more game. One more game. All right. Final boss battle. One more time. The final boss is in another castle. Here we go. Let's do it. Ilu. All right, we get to go first. We got Tamios. We got no black mana. No black cards. If they were to peek at her hand, they'd be like, what are you playing over there? Mono red. Blue urns. That's right. Take this, but we have to. It's so gross. So gross. Still no black mana. They didn't cast anything before they attacked? So gross. Oh my gosh. And kill this? Or do we play Titans now? And just let them... Alright, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Do we die? I think we die. Experimental Frenzy. Pretty good. Is there a world where we odd, even odd? All right, mono red. Hard, but we don't have two black. Sucks. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Gotta do this to try to hit land. So let's see. So if we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 mana. 5. We only have 13. So
I would like to test a new hypothesis with you. The past is never forgotten.
pretty sure our opponent could have killed us. They would have actually done things right. Graveyard. Oh, we drew another language. Oh my gosh, it's so sick. Like the deck is just saying, oh, F you, my friends, F you. So I think in order to potentially have a chance, we have to hit another one of our time
The
warps.
library.
So sick. Oh, I should have done this. 1, 2. Missed a little bit. All right, time warp. Let's go. Oh, okay. Mind's Desire. All right. Oh, and a time warp. Yes. Yes, we're doing it. We're doing it. Oh, man, we are doing it. Let's go. Just don't hit all land here. We're doing it. We're doing it. Oh my gosh, we are doing it against mono red. Oh, yes. This is amazing. Graveyard. Graveyard. Wow. Oh, it feels so good. Boom! Oh my gosh. Oh. We got a revenge on the red deck. Not the same person, not the same deck, but do believe our opponent missed out on multiple points of damage. They should have shocked before they attacked to add a counter to the Steamkin. Yeah. But, hey. That was sick. So sick. I'm glad we got the final boss. Let's talk about this sweet deck. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the wrap-up. And that was an amazing run of games. So we actually didn't play 7 games. We ended up playing 8 games. We went 7-1. We did lose to mono red, we'll call it, even though I think they had Luris in their deck. I'm pretty sure that's the one that we lost to. But yeah, it was crazy. We actually got revenge against another mono red deck at the end, and it felt really good to be able to just chain together all the spells, go kind of ham, play a Mind's Desire kind of as like a last ditch effort, hit another Mind's Desire, and then just have the game from there and then be able to swing it for lethal. We got, we'll call it props and slops. So slops to our opponent, that last opponent, just because I felt like they could have killed us had they, checked their cards, played them in the right order. However, though, props to them for not killing us, but also props to them for actually letting us play out our deck, play out our, not really a combo, but play out what our deck is supposed to be doing and allowing us to kill them. So props to them for that. Maybe they didn't think that we were actually going to be dealing them lethal. But either way, good of them to be a good sport and actually just kind of let us do what we were doing. It is unfortunate, though. Our one opponent did shame scoop because, and I did call it before it happened, but, you got to read the cards. And again, we've gotten got by that before. I'm pretty sure that I've also Thoughtseize somebody with a Tameo in play. But, don't try to get your opponent to discard a card if they have Tameo in play, because again, it doesn't work. You don't discard or sacrifice permanents when Tameo's in play. But yeah, this deck is sweet. Again, this deck is really busted. I did highlight these cards again. This is the core of the deck. Titan's Nest, you always want to be trying to drop this on turn 4 to set up a crazy turn 5, because hopefully what you're doing is turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Chart a Course, or maybe the 1 Search for Iskanta. But even though I'm still not a huge fan of the Search for Iskanta in this deck, so maybe this just becomes something else. But, turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Chart a Course or Strategic Planning, turn 3 Strategic Planning, maybe again, turn 4 Titan's Nest, and then turn 5 you kind of go ham. You can start with a strategic planning or a Chart a Course, and then cast Shark Typhoon, or do those in a different order, so you get an extra 2/2, and then Time Warp, and then just kind of go crazy. So yeah, that is the deck. This deck is sweet. I do recommend giving this a try, only if you have the cards. Obviously, with the cost of historic, sometimes, we've got 4 mythics here, 3 mythics here, and these are the mystical archive cards. So these are going to be, have to be crafted unless you've gotten really lucky and pulled some. But yeah, again, I just want to reiterate that when you are drafting decks, when you're trying to build a collection, always focus on your mana base first. Lands are the most important. If you're thinking about getting into historic, start with your shock lands, then get your check lands. That's going to give you the core of what you need. And then from there, you can probably start, looking into getting triomes if you don't have them yet. But that is these are standard legal cards, so you probably have more triomes than anything else if you don't have any other. So again, that's where I would start. Shocks and checks. Super, super important to always go after your mana base first. But yeah, that's Shark Nest for you. I really hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you enjoy the deck, enjoy the channel, enjoy the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Check out all those cool links down below. Anything you could do, just, like I said, just liking helps the algorithm. And more importantly, just join the Discord. Super, super excited to have everybody join. Every time I see a new member, I am always one of the first people to greet them whenever they join. Would love to see you guys. So that being said, everybody, please stay safe. We will see you next time.